I might be obsessed. I really like pink sheep so much that some of my friends think that this is an obsession. Obviously, they are wrong. Just to prove them wrong, I will build a mega build themed around them. Moreover, I will try to build it in just 100 days. The story starts on day 774, but for the purpose of this video, we will call it day 1. I began by packing most of the stuff that I will need for this build. I was packing because I am not gonna build it next to my starter base. There will be a mega build next to it in the future, but it's not time for that. After episode 4, I needed a break from this base. I needed a fresh start, a new canvas, or whatever metaphorical name I could find for this situation. I started off by placing down a temporary storage and connecting the new location to the nether roof for better transportation. But let's talk about where I am going to build this episode. When it comes to the nether roof, it's just behind my hoglin farm. However, when it comes to the overworld, it's next to a skeleton farm that I built in episode 2 of this series. I will call this place the Pink Sheep Island. And yes, it's actually an island. Dimension Island is covered with a forest. At least for now. And now that I have so much free space, it's time to start planning out the build itself. That's why I bring so much terracotta with me. The shape will change a little pretty soon, especially talking about the roof, but I didn't want to plan the whole build at once, so as of day 8 I started to make some custom terrain. While I'm doing that, let's talk a little about the purpose of this video. It's not just to build a big thing in 100 days, it's to show you that building takes time, because I am not going to finish the whole project in this video. I'm gonna build a lot, but I'm not going to finish the whole project. I'm not here to tell you how quick I can build and rub it in your face like, Has, you're so slow, you're bad at this game, get better. No, of course not. If you ever thought about making a mega build or even any build of sorts, please take your time. Don't rush anything. I just want to test my building skills and that's all. And as I was yapping so much, I think in-game me just finished terraforming. For now, let's take a little side mission, and I would let my in-game self talk, but at this moment something happened to my mic, so none of what I was saying got recorded. That means that you are stuck with me. So I need a lot of dirt for more terraforming and terracotta for more build planning. I don't know why I chose terracotta to do that, but I did. Oh yeah, one more important thing to talk about is that I installed FreeCam. Don't worry, the settings are not allowing me to go through walls. I use it just to look at my builds. And if you still think that this is cheating, I don't care. It's my game, I can do whatever. After getting enough dirt and terracotta, it's time to build a sniffer farm. I want the build, which is a future temple, to be surrounded by a magical cherry forest. That means I want to get some fancy flowers. So I repaired my tools and went to my spawn chunks to try to mark where they are. I ended up marking them wrong, but I will fix that when I'm going to do more projects inside the spawn chunks. Since they are getting nerfed, I will probably want to fix that with some chunk loaders, but that's for the future. The concept of the sniffer farm is so simple that I didn't need to use a tutorial for it. It's just a box containing sniffers with a minecart track underneath to collect the plants that they sniff out. When day 16 arrived, I decided to use the newly collected terracotta to plan out more of the temple. I'm pretty happy with what I have here, so it's time to gather some materials. I'm doing it for the first time with the interior done. I should have said the building done because interior is pretty empty. And let's see how it does. I think we can go to a nearby village, because there should be hay bales there. So, did I mean for this whole field to be decorational? Yes. Am I gonna collect the wheat anyway? Also, yes. And it's really weird to do that in free cam. So I'm gonna get into the normal position. So we are done with quarter of this challenge because it's day 25. So it would be nice to start placing blocks, right? So let me show you the build palette. So for the base, like this very base, we will use for the darker spots basalt, maybe polished basalt, I haven't decided yet, stone bricks and cracked stone bricks for texture, and then we will gradually make it to mossy cobble and green terracotta, actual moss. That's the base. Oh yeah, and for some other dark spaces we will use acacia. For the window, the big window, we will use pink, magenta and purple windows. And for these not so wide but tall windows, I will use black and purple glass pane. Also for the walls, I will use some bricks occasionally, brown mushrooms, granite, packed mud, a lot of packed mud bricks, and jungle. I will show you the combination. So that's what we will do with this whole wall. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the thing I found. Raw iron looks actually pretty interesting. And this will be our even lighter block. I will use it really rarely, but in some places I will use it. So I started filling up the blueprint of the temple using the new block palette. I really enjoy how it's looking. At first I thought that I should build the temple out of bricks. So I started thinking about blocks that look similar to bricks. And I ended up using the other blocks and absolutely no bricks, which is kind of funny. Despite the fact that the block palette contains a lot of blocks, I decided to use just one more. The raw iron was sticking out a little bit too much, but I still wanted to keep it since it was a pretty original idea. So I thought about it for a sec and decided to use WECC, which stands for Waxed Exposed Cut Copper. And we are done with the front side. Kind of. Let me go to my chili cam. Not that chili because I can't go through blocks. This took us 10 days to texture and put the windows in. I will change the door because I kinda hate it. It's awful. I'll change it. I love how the raw iron is looking. It's pretty original to use, I guess, because not that much people use it. Also, I used dirt, which is also cool, I guess. I'm loving the colors. The glass especially, it gives a really cool effect. But for now, I want to check the sniffer farm because it's been running for a while and we may have some torch flowers there. The minecart is going, so yes, a lot of flowers. Okay, I will breed them though for an egg, so it's more efficient because we can't just duplicate them. Egg. I think one of the best tips I could give you about building big builds is to take a lot of breaks. Trust me, you do not want to burn out on a build. So this time I took a trip to my starter base. You see, I was running out of rockets like crazy. So I built a little sugarcane field. Since my sugarcane farm is way too slow, I will one day build a faster one using flying machines or something. Back to the fields, nothing special, just a place for me to collect sugarcane, and while waiting for it to grow, I built this little custom tree, and I think I like it. After that I visited a spruce village next to my starter base. I don't think I ever properly showed it off in a video, but here is where I do my trades in this world. Yeah, I know, I have to fix that, and I plan to. However, that's not today. I just got a new mending book and put it on my diamond silk touch hoe. I need the hoe to collect some cherry leaves, and this shot should tell you how it's gonna look when I'm done with this part of the forest, just with custom trees instead of the normally generating ones. Now, I will do the walls. I'm going to just mindlessly build, because after recording this clip, I'm pretty much not going to play Minecraft for a couple of days, because I'm going to a New Year party, you know, the whole celebration thingy, with a couple of friends, and I don't know if I will be able to talk. My voice might just get tired, that's why I will just mindlessly build, because I won't have to talk to you, which I would like to, but I don't know if I will be able to. So, let's do the walls. Also, don't mind the skin. I was doing a little skit with my friend Acton. I was playing a gas station worker and I forgot to change my skin. Hopefully in the next clip I won't be wearing it. So let's just get into building the walls. I'm pretty happy with how this tree looks, and about the party, it was nice. I had a lot of great time. I was there with my buddy Jav from the modded video, cause I don't think I have mentioned it, but we are friends in real life. We go way back, we know each other since childhood. Back to the build talk. I added a gold looking trim to the walls using stripped bamboo blocks and yellow glazed terracotta. After that I have built two side walls with a thought that the one on the left will be lighter than the one on the right, so it's looking like the sun is hitting the temple from a certain angle. And I think I did it well. The blocks in this build blend together really well, so maybe not all of you will be able to tell what I mean, but I hope you at least like how the build is looking, cause it took me a long time. This is how much I have done in 48 days. There was just one problem. I didn't spawn-proof the build, so I decided to use glow lichen.
Look who I just found.
Okay, he shouldn't despawn, but how about you guys will give me some name suggestions for this guy? Because sooner or later, I'm spoiling some plans, I'll have a village here. So he'll be the first citizen of this village. Around day 51, I finished the final wall, which I call Yin and Yang. I told you earlier that one of the walls is lighter than the other one, so this one is a perfect connection of both of them, creating an effect of light slowly becoming shadow. Since the walls are done, it's time to build a roof. I want to use black stone, deep slate and grey concrete for it. I set up a beacon in a basalt delta behind my blaze farm and mined a lot of black stone. I didn't need to mine deep slate since I had a lot of it in my chest. Then it was time for the concrete. I also grabbed some candles and iron bars for more details on the roof. Spoiler, I won't use the bars, it was a little bit too much. So it was time to shape out the roof. On day 60, I had to take a step back. I didn't like two parts of this build, the roof and the doors. Let's start with the roof. The concept of it is great. Two parts with one more part of the building in between. But I want to make it taller cause in comparison to the rest of the build, the roof seems awkward, shy or whatever. It needs to be more tall and pointy. Now about the door. This thing just doesn't work. It looks stupid and doesn't make sense. I want the temple to be open 24/7, so I built the door modules kind of on a diagonal, so it looks like the doors are open. I'm pretty satisfied with that effect. One last change. I thought the glow lichen would be a good call, since in most scenarios it blends in really well. Here, however, it sticks out so much that I replaced it with lanterns. I think they will add up to the pointiness of the build, like the pointiness of the roof. I usually don't use lanterns that much, cause surprise surprise, I don't like their texture that much, but here it works. At day 70 I finished the exterior of the temple, meaning it was time to start building the forest around. I have farms for pink petals and torch flowers, but I also want to add pink tulips for some variety. I'm gonna build a farm for them near my spawn.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. The exterior of the base is done, and I'm pretty happy with it. What I'm not happy about is how the interior looks. Yeah. Pretty detailed interior, you could say. But before I do the interior, I would like to firstly build some more trees, because after all I want to have a couple of them around the whole build, so I'm probably gonna have to customize the terrain too. And also we need a pink tulip farm, because they would just perfectly fit into the vibe of the forest. So let's get into it. So we are here at the world spawn to check out how the farm is going, and also that's not how bad. That's not how bad. Somewhere in this direction should be a flower for us. Yes. And we have the pink tulips. Okay. Let's just build a farm.
So the farm would be done if it wasn't for two things. One, I built it in the wrong spot. The place where the pink tulips spawn were like couple blocks away. Also, I figured out that underneath the node block there needs to be a block that changes the state of it. Like stone block under a node block makes different noises, and then wood blocks and so on and so on. I don't remember all the stuff, but I had copper there and I replaced it with a cherry lock, if I remember right. But well,
it's working because we got a pink tulip.
last thing to start building the forest is to get more cherry logs and leaves. I've seen some other YouTubers place their saplings like that, and I want to see if it's more optimal than what I usually do. And honestly, I don't know if it is. I'll probably stick to spreading saplings randomly.
So, after gathering a lot of wood, wait, no, I'm still not the best with freegum. And we have this much, and wait, and this much pink leaves, and also, no, this much wood. I mean logs, because when we turn it to wood, we are gonna have much less, but that will take us somewhere. I mean, it's not that bad.
So to like day 92, I've been terraforming, building trees and placing flowers. I even built a pond. Then I spent the rest of the challenge cutting down mangrove trees for the temple's interior, and AFK'd the gold farm for more stuff from the barging farm. So I think it's finally time to look at what we have done in this episode.
And here we are on day 114, I think? I'm not 100% sure. But we went over time, and well, it was worth it. The interior of the temple is done, and I'm pretty happy with it. I will use these stairs to show you the pink sheep pen, which I absolutely love. There's a lot of going on here, so let's talk about it a little.
So I obviously started by adding the floor. Then I built the pillars made out of mangrove wood. 2 of them are off-center, but shh, nobody's gonna know. Then added the elevated pen for the sheep. I decided to use a lot of blocks that have the same color, or like the oak wood, but technically don't have to be made out of it, which are beehives and chiseled bookshelf. Then I went to my starter base for some string and wax to make more candles. After that I ran out of oak, so I went to a nearby forest, but there are so many of them that nobody's gonna notice if some of them are missing. After that I realized how off-center the pillars are, and I took them down. It was a great decision because the carpet on the floor looked weird because of them. I built some altars out of note blocks, lecterns, and all other decorative blocks that I had. I also added some vegetation to it. Then I created a custom banner that I'm not sure what it means yet, but I will make up some lore as we go. I made a staircase going to another floor of the temple. I'm not sure yet what to put here, but I thought about a library where people of this island would store all the secrets of the pink sheep. And trust me when I say it, they have some juicy secrets. Yes, I have been working on the lore of this world and I'm pretty hyped about it. Back to the staircase. Look, I put the banners on it. After that, I put some armor stands on some scaffolding to act like some statues and decorated the pillars with the pink banners. I realized that sheep can walk on the lecterns with trapdoors on top, so I tested other ways in my creative world and something unbelievable happened.
You actually won't believe what happened. I was testing the fence from the temple interior because it turned out that sheep can walk over lecterns. I thought they couldn't. And I just was spawning sheep, like they can get every color, and just as I figured out a design that they couldn't walk through, a pink sheep spawned. Like, what are the chances of that happening? Just me testing stuff, summoning sheep in the creative world. By the way, there are some spoilers, but I don't care really. And as I figured it out, I got a pink sheep. We officially have a creative world pink sheep. A natural one. This is crazy. I love it.
I have some stupid luck with this naturally generating pink sheep. It's actually crazy. Anyways, I will replace the lecterns with mud walls and jungle fences. The last thing to add were pink petals, but I also added pink wool because I thought it could act like much more dense petals. The actual last thing to do was to bring the pink sheep back home.
Hello. Here you go, Symphony. And hello, Rat 4. That name's a little weird. But I love it. I'm sorry, Melody, but you're moving out. Don't worry, you're gonna like that place. And I know you're gonna miss your friends, but you can always visit. You can always visit, Melody. Don't worry. Come on. Okay, it started raining. No, it started raining. But it's quite symbolic. Like, the place started crying when Melody went gone. That's actually beautiful. Melody, I want you to meet Radford and Symphony, your new friends. They are just like you. Come on, friends. I have a pretty nice place to show you. Yeah, and do you see this? Well, something's missing here, but I have a solution for that. Hi, Acton, what you got there?
The things, nothing things, you know.
Okay, what is it?
It's like I would call it,
Okay,
you are on like those Star Wars things, right?
okay, yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah, you wouldn't mind if I just just give me a sec. Don't mind me doing that. I'm just gonna
what?
wait. I forgot how that works. Yeah, here. Don't mind me just taking this, right? You wouldn't mind me just taking a schematic of it, wouldn't you?
Bro, I just spent an hour on this.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. It's hard work. Yeah.
Okay,
I can do this.
thanks, bye Acten. I would say that phase 1 of this project is pretty much done. In the future, I plan to expand the forest behind the temple. Custom trees, custom terrain, it's going to be awesome. But next to my nether portal, I was thinking about the village. However, we will have to wait with that for another episode. Because I don't want to spend 5 months on one episode again. Before we finish, I want to give you some tips about mega building. I don't have much experience with it, but I have some. And I think it's enough to talk about. 1. Get inspired. Find something that will drive you crazy to finish it. It can be whatever. A village, a city, a castle, whatever you think about. 2. Don't give up. I know it might sound stupid because it's so obvious, but building mega stuff takes time, so don't discourage yourself if you won't be able to get as much progress as you see people online do. And last but not least, take breaks. As you could see, I took several breaks to build other stuff. Without that, I could have potentially burned out. And trust me, there is nothing worse than a burnout when it comes to building. I hoped I helped you with your future building projects. The tips that I gave you don't work just for mega building. They are for building in general. You can build whatever you set up your mind to. And I honestly believe in you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.